report submission walkthroughs video series for the Texas Energy Fund's outside of ERCOT Grant Program. In this video, we'll walk through the end-to-end process to submit a quarterly financial report in the Texas Energy Fund portal, also referred to as the TxEF Portal. We will 1. Review the task assignment email, 2. Detail how to navigate the TxEF Portal, and 3. Submit a quarterly financial report. Let's get started. When the quarterly financial report is available to be requested in the TxEF portal, you will receive this email. It'll inform you that a new task has been assigned to you and that you should log into the portal, locate the task, and complete it before the due date. We will now shift over to the TxEF portal, where you will see that I have already logged in. If I hadn't already logged in, you will see a login indicator up in the top right corner with the ability to enter my email and password and hit login. After logging in, I'll now navigate to the My Dashboard portion of the screen. And I will scroll down and click on the OEGP Quarterly Financial Report and click on Go to Award Form. Once inside the report form, there are a few details that are important to note. First, there are red asterisks indicating a required question or file upload. The form cannot be submitted if the fields are blank. Next, to the progress bar in the top left corner, there's information icon that offers more information about certain questions that need to be answered in order to submit the form. As you complete the sections of the report, these circles here will fill with blue as you make progress to show how much you have completed and how much you have left. Once you have completed a section of the form, a green checkbox will replace the green progress bar or progress circle to indicate that the section is finished. Now that you understand the form itself, you'll see that we're currently on the introduction section. The introduction page details the sections of the report as well as provides some resources in case you need guidance while completing the form. Before we begin, we'd like to suggest that you have your grant agreement and budget planning templates on hand for easy reference. First, you'll fill out the financial year as well as the reporting period that you're reporting for. So be sure to click on the appropriate period. Once you complete that, you'll save and click on next page. You can see that I had already uploaded or I had already completed those fields. In the quarterly financial report section, the first thing you'll see is the budget reporting table. The budget reporting table will be auto-populated with information from your budget documents, except for, as you can see here, the current period reimbursement request. Be sure to scroll all the way to the right and fill out the fields, as well as any of the fields that need to be addressed or updated. Make sure you populate those as well. Once you've completed the table, there is an Upload a File button. This is where you will upload any documentation and support for your budget information. It is not expected that you will have files to upload here, but if you have any additional documentation that supports large variances between budget amounts and amounts requested for reimbursement, like a justification narrative or a letter from a vendor or a contractor explaining delays, then this is where you will upload all that information. To submit any documentation, you'll click Upload a File, and then either click Upload Files to browse your files library or drag and drop them into the box. When a file is finished uploading, click Done and repeat the process to upload more files. It is important to note that there is a specific file naming convention to be followed when uploading a file to the report, and we'll touch on that later. Next, you'll see the narrative and budget issues sections. In narrative, describe any variances to the budget. In the budget issues, describe changes that may have a notable impact on expenditures or the overall budget. If there are no variances or issues, you can input NA or not applicable. Next, you'll see the updated forecast section. You'll see the budget categories from the previous table. However, it is not auto-populated, and you'll be responsible for inputting the amount for the next period's forecasted expenses and cost share. You'll also have an opportunity to upload supporting documentation, which in this case may be something forward-looking, like quotes, unpaid invoices, purchase orders, amended contracts related to future expenditures. You'll also have an opportunity to upload all those documents. We'll now move on to discuss the appropriate file naming convention, as previously indicated. The naming convention follows this format: AWD, which stands for award, dash, followed by your assigned application number, which you can locate in your grant agreement. Then underscore, followed by a report code, which is FINREP for quarterly financial report. Then underscore the file name, underscore, followed by the date of the upload. The date should be in the format indicated on the screen, mm.dd.yyyy. Here is an example of the naming convention on the bottom of the screen. Let's now move on to the last part of the form, the attestation section. I'll shift back over the portal. As you can see, all of the previous screens have been completed. For the attestation section, first you'll click on the box verifying that information you have filled in is true and correct as of the date of submission. Next, you'll put in today's date. I'll put in John Doe. And we'll save as draft. If you'd like, you can click on the previous page to return to previous sections and review for accuracy. When you're ready, once all the form sections are complete, the blue button for submit is now available to you, and you can click submit. You'll no longer be able to edit the report after you submit it. Therefore, if you need to change anything or have any questions related to email, please email OEGP at txenergyfund.texas.gov to reach out to the TxEF administrator for guidance. Once you successfully submitted the financial report, a submission confirmation message will appear. That completes the end-to-end process for submitting a financial report via the TxEF portal. You'll receive follow-up requests for additional substantiation from the TxEF administrator in the form of an RFI. The financial report user guide also contains additional information on the process for submitting the request via the TxEF portal. Thank you for watching.